Hello, this is Bricks to Builds here, and today I'm doing something a little different. As I'm sure many of my subscribers have noticed, unfortunately I have not uploaded any videos or showcases in a while. Unfortunately, I'm currently renovating my basement, and I'd expected this renovation wouldn't take very long, but unfortunately it has gone on way longer than I intended, and I've been unable to access all my Lego collection. It is all in bins right now, so I haven't been able to build anything. I have, however, over the last little bit, I've been able to pull my transformers out of storage, which is how Circuit has ended up here. And what I think I'm going to do is that a lot of my subscribers have asked me if I can do instructions for every video. And I don't really want to do that, I'm going to be honest, because I don't want to have to take my transformers apart to be able to make the instructions. It'd be incredibly time consuming. But most importantly, I believe that it will actually limit your creativity because you'll be building the exact same thing that I have. So what I figure I can do is that because I have my transformers here out of storage and I don't need to access the rest of my collection to make these, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do not instructions, but I'm going to show off how the joints of each part works. I'm going to show, like, it's not just going to be like a standard, fold this and transform, whatever. I'm going to show you the exact parts of every single piece that I used and show exactly how it all comes together. So, yeah, so what I hope is that you'll be able to use all these joints and stuff that I have shown you how to use and apply them to make your own transformers. So, without further ado, let's begin. We'll start with the torso, or the main car part. It's quite simple here. This part is what I use to attach the arms. It's just held on in there, and the reason it's able to fold around is because, as you can see right there, it's missing a joint. So that, and then that mixed with the space right here allows it to just swivel like this and move it how I need it to. And just does that on both sides, and then the other part, or arm assembly, which I'll show later on, does the rest of the action. That little clip there is just where the legs attach to when they're in the car mode, and that's where the ball joint's attached to. So for the whole folding down motion that I've done here, what I have is we have these ratcheted joints with another pair on top. I'll have to transform it a bit so you can see it. And in there you can just about see it. There we go. You can just about see it. Yep, there's a joint right there, which is, and then the part it attaches to is built into the rest of the body. And then that just allows it to go from this to down like that and like that. And then that just folds it down, and then the head's just able to do whatever. This part on the back uses these parts here. I don't know what the exact terminology for them is, but that's just an incredibly simple thing. You really don't need instructions for that. It just allows you to just stop doing. Yeah, there you go. It just allows them to fold down like that. So that's the main part of the body. We'll move to these arms next. They're built sideways like this. You have the ball joint right here, which attaches to the ball part, and then it has this hinge piece, which allows it, when it's at the side of the robot, when you're in the middle of transformation, allows it to just fold like this. And then these parts are the two rockets, of course. But of course, because of convenience, what you're able to do is that the part right here, which allows it to actually hinge, it rests just on, just if we can pretend for a second that this thing's a car, rests like that and kind of holds it out a little bit, and it holds it in place, which I think is kind of nice. So yeah, once again, just incredibly simple. Bear with me, I'm showing off the simple parts right now, but the legs are, I believe, the interesting part. So like 2, or arm 2 right there, that goes right into its spot there, and yeah, it just falls down, and now we got half a circuit. He kind of looks like a ghost. That's actually most of the actual build itself complete. Now here, as you can see, this is just half of his back. And as I just said, this is where it gets interesting, because you have this little assembly here, which has multiple parts attached to it. It has the back of the car, the thigh of the leg, and the entire rest of the car assembly, all attached to just that 2x2 space right there. So this part is just normally would just be attached to the thing, but down here on the bottom where we have this, we have the hinges, which are attached to this little section here, and I'll show slowly so that you can use this design if you so choose. And that just folds all the way down. For the trunk, what I did is I have these clips up here, and they're just attached to these pieces with like the 1x2s with a hinge on, or with a hinge on both sides. It just allows it to go up and down, and this part can angle however you want. You can have the opening trunk if you want, and then that's how it stays for the robot. Then all that is attached to these two clips right here, which is then attached to this, which then everything else is attached to that one hinge. And then that allows it to just fold up and down. In this case, it folds down like this, and then we just position that however we want. So let's do it on the back. So once again, this, fold around, and like this. So then we can get circuit. And see, it just attaches into here like so. Now this ball joint's quite loose. I'll have to replace it once I can get to my collection. So it may fall off here and there, but there we go. That's all of circuit complete. So I'm considering, I don't know what to call the series yet. I have a couple ideas. I'm considering a few things like I don't know what I should call the how to build. I believe that kind of misleading, because then it would sound like it's like a complete how-to every single part. So any ideas you have for what this series could be called, please drop them in the comments. So what I'm going to do for the rest of the videos in this series is I'm mostly going to go in chronological order based on when I uploaded the showcase of it. So I did Circuit as the original, and then Patrol went second, and then just on and on. But if there's a specific Transformer that you would really like to see me upload a video of sooner, also please drop that in the comments, and I will make sure I get to it. So yeah, that's it. This has been Bricks to Builds, and I'm out. Happy building. I look forward to seeing what you come up with.